So we're here in St John's Church, Hanley, Stoke on Trent. This church is steeped in history. It goes back to the 1700s, and around it was a graveyard, but not anymore. They've exhumed all the bodies to build a shopping centre. So there's been a lot of unrest here, lots of stories of spooky goings-on in the night. It's now, in its present day, an antique centre. So tonight we're going to investigate this, and once the lights are off, we'll be going into the shadows. I wanted to speak to the team to find out what each person was going to use to connect with the spirit world tonight. So we're now going to split up and just get a feel for the place. So I just basically need to know where you all want to go. So Vanessa, what are you using tonight?
I'm old school, so I'm not ancient, but this is probably part of the ancient spiritual ghost hunting equipment that I would like to use. And this is a pendulum. And for me, a pendulum gives me all the answers that I feel that I possibly need. So a pendulum will work from my higher self, and on a spiritual form, when I ask the pendulum a question, it will give me an answer.
Excellent.
So, thank you.
Excellent. So Carl, where are you going tonight?
I'm going to go over to my left.
Yes.
There's an area there where
is.
I feel quite drawn to, and I will just usually sense things. So it'll just come in, and as it gets stronger, hopefully I'll start seeing images and things, and then able to describe.
Wonderful, wonderful. Mark?
Basically, how the SLS camera works is it fires out an infrared beam, which picks out dots and joins a 3D image together, and it recognises joints, so it forms a skeleton on screen. So if it picks out a ghostie, and there's Helen being my ghostie right now, there you go, it's picked out the joints in Helen's body. So that's how it works. If a ghost is around, a spirit's around, it will recognise it and form that. So I'll be starting up there tonight with this and the millimeter and various other bits and bobs. I'm more the tech side of it all, so I'll be starting up there and work my way around, I think, and see how we go.
And then one final person, John, the cameraman for this evening. Hello, John. I'm just going to take over your camera because I would like you to introduce yourself to us and tell us what you'll be doing tonight.
Hello, my name's John. I'm the director and also the cameraman tonight. I'll be just mooching about, filming people, seeing what's what. I'm sort of a semi-skeptic with this kind of stuff, but I've got a good interest, a healthy interest in the supernatural. So I'm interested to see what goes on, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll be a good night.
Great, that's great. So good luck, everybody. Good luck, team. And I think there's only one thing left to say. Lights out and into the shadows. So the team have gone into their own little corners now, just to get a feel for the place, because it is very active in here. You can feel it. Carl has chose to come into this little area here. Hello, Carl.
Hi.
And have you been feeling anything so far?
Yes, I was drawn over here because you can feel it, can't you?
Yes, you
There's
can.
definitely something there, and something brushed past me there, touched me. So it definitely pulled me in, so I'm really curious for here.
Excellent. So we'll investigate this place properly tonight.
Yes.
I know if anyone can communicate, you can. So we'll have to see what's in store
Okay.
later. Okay. So everybody else, we'll just go and see where everybody is now. There is a strange feeling actually in there, Carl, as I'm just walking away from it. It's very, very active in here. It's filled with, antiques which could have attachments. As we were filming downstairs, Mark called us from upstairs because he'd spotted something on the SLS camera. A figure had appeared in front of him. So we went upstairs to investigate.
Hello. It's literally just there. Of course the camera's flipped for whatever reason. I need to look at that. But that's very definitely a skeleton, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you make a noise for us, can you bang on something? Can you come and touch my hand? It's moving, isn't it? Hand's there. Go on. That's kind of cool, that.
Meanwhile, Vanessa was starting to connect with the spirit of a child with her pendulum. So we moved down closer to Vanessa to see what it was she was finding.
I asked the child to move my pendulum. I said, do you like
yeah.
my pendulum? And the pendulum began to swing really
That's
quite
great.
fast. Yeah, so I can still I feel like there's an energy here. I do feel my right-hand side is very cold. Do you feel anything from your left, Helen?
I was feeling a child hold my right hand
Okay.
before on the stairs.
Yeah.
And then we tried to get the SLS.
Here we go. Come on, I
camera.
can feel that cold energy just coming back now.
Nothing on the SLS. No. Just two little skeletons. One with a pendulum. So there's nothing really on there. Not to say there's nothing there.
Yeah.
I think what we need to do now is, because the activity started, we didn't expect it to start this soon, so we need to do a protection. I want to make sure that we're all safe and protected, and then let the investigation start.
Okay.
Okay.
And again, we were just about to do the protection, and something else has happened. This bolt has been making some sounds like this, as if someone was trying to get in, or someone was trying to get out. So I think this place is just going to come alive tonight. So hopefully we'll be able to get the protection done and then start the investigations.
Yeah. Weighing scales are moving where
Do you want to
Carl,
show us?
where Carl was standing.
Did you get it on film, John? Yeah.
So we've been standing over there, so there's no floor vibration,
some scales
but
moving,
the
yeah.
scales are moving.
Are moving, and they are still moving now. So if you just
On the top
on
of
the
the
top of the
bookcase.
shelf now, the bookcase, there's nothing that could be causing that.
I'm asking my angels and my spirit guides and my healing guides, draw closely now to protect us this evening. Would like So tonight we were talking to the manager here, and she was saying that she was in this room, around this area one night. There was nobody else in the building, and the door slammed really loud. So we've just come in here. It's very enclosed. We actually realised that we're under the stairs here, and it does feel a little bit eerie in here. What do you think? A bit eerie.
It feels claustrophobic. I've got a bit of movement here now on the EMF.
Okay.
So that's something. Feels quite claustrophobic. Well, maybe it's just because it's a small area. But other than that, I'm okay. Oh, we've got movement. saying that.
Doesn't feel like there's anything in here, to be
No.
honest. It feels alright, it feels quite sterile in here. There's some shadow across the door.
Thank you. Did you?
Something about me.
Lovely.
It came
Was
right
that your
across the
shadow
doorway
we've
there,
just seen?
like it came in.
Lovely. That's just said yes.
It's just cut. It's like somebody walked in. Came
I've got
behind
some
you, John.
lovely cold feeling around my
Yeah.
legs
Yeah,
now.
it's gone cold.
So
It's gone visibly cold in here.
yeah, because it did feel quite warm, didn't it, in here? This part of the building to me felt quite warm.
It's quite a warm evening, isn't
So,
it?
but yeah, my legs are now freezing cold. So,
Somebody's come in.
you're a man here with us now, are you? Have you just come in to join us? Is it?
Are you buried here? Is there somewhere where we could see your grave? Yes. Is that here? Is it? Yeah. It's here.
That seems to be quite.
So.
I think we're. I feel as though it's
Here he
sitting
is,
here.
lovely.
So,
Yeah, do you? Yeah. Are we in
are
your
we
way?
standing? Are we standing over you?
Has somebody else just come in and moved you on? I just feel like something else has just come in then.
Right. I
Wow.
felt a bit of emotion
Yeah.
when I said, "Do you know that you're dead?" As if I'd just let him
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Right, so the gentleman that we've just been speaking to, if you could just come closer to us. Come closer, come right into our energy. Oh!
What was that?
So you felt something then, John?
Yeah, it felt like something was, I don't know, like brushed past me back a little bit. But it could have been this jumping,
Okay.
sort of getting, I don't know.
Or pulling you down, which I thought was a salad.
I know. Yeah, we did think that was a cellar.
It's almost like something just brushed past a little bit.
Okay.
I think if it happened in the street outside, I wouldn't have thought twice about it, but because it's
Yeah.
happened in here, with me back to a doorway.
Yeah.
While we were investigating the office, things were starting to get a little bit more tense. And then Mark picked up something on his SLS camera.
I'm pointing right at the floor now.
Okay, so what is that?
If I move a little bit.
Yeah. Is there a body under here?
Oh, that's what we said.
Or is there something lying on the floor?
Felt like we were on top of him. Carl, you said that.
It's if you step. I don't
Yeah,
know,
that was
just
your
a-
foot then, Carl, going through. Walk past
Jump
me,
on
Carl.
my foot to see.
Yeah, walk through. You just walk through. I just went to grab your foot.
Oh.
When I walk that part, I go really. If you could see me, my eyes
don't
go
take
resembling
over.
cry.
It's a strange one, that, because it's constant. Is it trying to map something else out? Is there something on the
And I
floor,
was
John?
just thinking, is there?
No, there's nothing there.
I was starting to feel a bit uncomfortable in the room, and then this happened.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Oh, something just touched my foot. What is it? Put the camera on there. Is there anything on there? Is there a mouse or anything? Something just walked past my foot. Something touched my foot.
Oh, it's mapping somebody or
Oh
something
my god.
there.
Yeah.
Something touched my foot. That was really weird, that was.
Look,
That was really weird.
it's mapping something.
It's like something grabbed my foot or my ankle. Oh, it's really weird.
What's it trying to map?
There is something.
What's this now?
It's like there's
Whatever's in
something
front
underneath.
of it.
Yeah, we're pointing right at that wall.
We aren't there now.
Something touched me. Oh my god.
Okay, so there's something in this room, so I think...
Step back here.
Yeah.
There.
see, the person, that's the person's shape there, stood up.
Right.
You know, it's moving around, but it stood up in front of me. So it's standing by that wall.
So we've decided to go upstairs and see what we can feel along the way. Up the stairs, we had a little bit of activity before. Do you know, I thought I heard something then. It's non-stop. So we're going to go up the stairway, go upstairs, myself, Vanessa and Carl, and see what we can pick up. So follow me.
Okay.
I'm just holding on to John. It's pitch black up here. Whilst we didn't hear anything at all at the time, during the editing process, we picked up this strange sound. What on earth could this be? Listen. What did you hear? What did you hear?
Oh, lots of creaks and taps.
Because you can't tell because it's an old building. There's the wind. There's if there's something significant like something that dragged along here. Or...
Any spirit here with us now? Please show yourself. Let us hear you, feel you, see you. Tap on something. What's that?
Yeah, it sounds like it's downstairs.
There's a breathing. Yeah. Or mirrors or pictures maybe.
You feeling
Something's just
anything, John?
reflecting.
Yeah.
Feel comfortable up here?
No, I feel fine.
Any spirits want to communicate with us? Can you knock like this? You do that? Can you copy me?
So I'm doing the stairwell, showing the rest of the team now. This stairwell's quite atmospheric, quite. There's a feeling here on the stairs. We do know there's a memorial stone just under there to a young boy, but we can't film it. But I'm being quiet because the team are just the other side of the wall, don't want to hear me. So I'm going to join the team now.
The piano downstairs, there was a...
Energy surge up here, wasn't it?
Yeah, apparently someone was playing the piano downstairs, a customer, and someone up here felt hands on her shoulders and screamed as they were playing the funeral march on the piano downstairs. Or if somebody plays the piano, we can say if you went downstairs, Mark. Or
I can't see anything.
oh,
What's that? I'm getting that. Is that happening? There's a gone cobweb.
oh, did you? Did you get? Oh, Carl's had a
Yeah.
reaction.
That's why I was trying to see what.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carl's had a reaction.
Yeah.
It's
Put
here.
it again.
That's what I'm saying. There's not a moth flying on me.
No. When you have like cobwebs over your face, like what Carl's experiencing, it's called spirit veil, and it's when the spirits start to manifest, and you'll feel them around you. So that would have been a typical spirit manifesting around Carl. Our next experiment for the evening was the Ouija board. As we started our session, there was a spirit trying to contact Vanessa, but nothing really substantial, nothing that we could use as evidence. Well, so far we've had a few things happen. John got touched on the back, I got touched on the foot. We've had some communication with the Ouija board, we've had a few names, we've had one spirit in particular that came on the Ouija board that wanted to speak to Vanessa. So, and we also had a little girl that said that she would show herself to Vanessa. So there could be some action later on that side of things. At the moment, we're going to split up into groups. We're going to go upstairs and we're going to take a camera each group and maybe play some hymns and see if we can wake everything up a little bit and see what happens. Okay, so we're just in. This used to be the kitchen part. And we're just in here because this is where we've set up for this evening. But there's been a few things going on in here. We keep hearing little noises and the K2 went nuts in here before. So we thought instead of ignoring this part, we'll just see what we pick up in here.
Okay, so I think we're now in a different section of the church that we haven't investigated. So let's just have a little call out. It's a little bit bright, but we might see things in the shadows. So we've been over that side, we can always walk along, but at least this way we can see the pendulum, we'll ask some questions. So let's just have a little call out. Apologies, that's a funny floorboard. Would like any spirit that is within the church now to come and join us. Show yourselves, possibly. We want to feel you, see you. Just let us know that you're here. And I'm going to ask the pendulum. I don't know if this is a good floorboard to be standing. I think I'm just going to move further along. There we go. Okay, haven't really used my pendulum much tonight, so... Okay, let's just ask the pendulum. Do we have any spirit activity within this building tonight, within the church? We do, which we know. We do know this anyway. Okay, do we have any spirit here with us right now? We do. Do we have one spirit here with us now? No. Do we have two spirits here with us now? Two. We have two. Do we have three spirits here with us now? No. So we have two. So we have two spirits here with us now. Okay. Well, we'd really like to hear you, see you, or feel you. I'm on the spot at the moment that I always feel, I feel like you're going to fall. I feel like there's a section here. I don't know what it is, like you're going to fall that way or fall through the floor, which is a really uncomfortable and disorientating sort of feeling. So it's probably not, it's not a nice feeling really, but is that because there's spirit activity here? Is that because something's already happened here? It makes me feel very dizzy. Do you feel anything, John?
I feel slightly unbalanced.
Unbalanced, yeah. There's a definite energy of that within this little section here. And just having a walk around the church, it always is this point. Are you auntie and niece? Whoa. Wow. Okay, that's a massive amount of movement, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is one huge amount of creaks and groans from this building. It really does make you wonder what on earth's going on in here. Okay, so after we've done some table tipping and we've done the Ouija board, and a couple of other things, and then everything seemed to go a little bit flat. So I actually came up or went around the building with the singing bowl. And the singing bowl really was to raise the energy and just to get everything flowing again, because it felt like everything had just gone a little bit sleepy, and that was the last thing I've done before we've now turned the lights off. So it feels like the energy really has raised again. We've got all kinds of noises clicking. I don't know what on earth all this is. We haven't had this much throughout the night. So yeah, should we have a walk and see if we can... Let's go further along. I can't see. I did bring a torch, but I've left it over there now. So.
For the first time this evening, I think I've just sensed a lady. Everywhere I go, I keep sensing a gentleman. But I actually just think I've just sensed a lady, like a small lady. That would have been very religious. That could have had something to do with the church, but not as a on the clergy side. And not that she would have been buried here either. Just a small lady that was just around us. There's lots of different sounds here and there.
Yeah.
But I know it is just a very old...
It's a very old church, isn't it? So
Yeah.
1780s, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, 1788. But when they exhumed the bodies here, the digger went straight through the hole of the graves, and some of them, they were exhumed. Some of them were in lead-lined coffins. Most of them were children. So there's a lot of unrest here. But so far I haven't felt anything negative. But there's just that. I won't like to be on my own here, that's for sure. I certainly won't like to spend the night here on my own. But yeah, I've got a nice lady. I feel like there's a lady around us.
She's still with us?
Yeah, I do, yeah. I feel that she is, yeah.
Okay, so again, we'd just like to call out to any spirit here with us now. Anybody here, please show yourself. We've got lots of noises, so touch myself, touch John, knock something over. We really want some proof that you're here with us now. Let us hear your voice, say something, shout our names. I'm Vanessa, come and touch me. Say my name, laugh. Knock one of the dolls over. Big bang.
Might have been a corridor.
Yeah. Cough. Could have been downstairs.
Yeah.
So why is 3:10 generally classed as the witching hour?
They say
what's
that
the significance?
there's a sudden surge within our bodies and within the veil between us and the spirit world, and for that moment it just goes very thin. So between 3:10 and 5:10 in the morning is the time when you see things. A lot of people will wake up in the night and they'll think, oh, what time is it? And they'll look at the clock, it's 3:10. That's because the spirit world's probably just woke you up. That's what they say. It makes you feel a little bit more sensitive to the spirit world between them times. Because a lot of people think the witching hour is midnight, where it's 3:10.
Whoa. Whoa. Footsteps.
I think he was up here.
Are you here with us now? Are these the two ladies? Are you coming to us? I just got nervous. Sorry, I didn't mean to get nervous with you. Because this is what we want you to do.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. I think whoever was downstairs has come up. Okay, that's great. So come and tip something over. Come and touch one of us nicely. We've just heard footsteps. We've heard footsteps behind John, so please come and join us. We heard footsteps downstairs, but it did sound like they'd come upstairs, didn't they? I think they found hymns.
We've got some church music playing. We're in a church, playing religious music at 3 o'clock in the morning. That ought to say something up.
There's all kinds of noises here.
God knows.
That was like Batman.
No,
It was totally at the top of the church.
What could that be?
I don't know. That's really...
Don't blame it on anything, can you?
No. Oh, I've no idea. I think the natural feeling when it's quite low is it's childlike. But I don't feel... I feel like it's... I do feel like it's older people now. And I do feel as if the children go to bed, you know, as if they're resting now.
There's an interesting question for you. Do ghosts sleep?
Well, I've been asked that quite a few times.
Have you?
Yes, a lot of people have asked me that. And I don't really know the answer to it. I've never known a ghost say, "Oh, you've woke me up," or anything like that. So,
They've got no time, have they?
No,
The concept.
it's a different... We're thinking of it as our brains, but that they are more intelligent than us. So I would say they don't sleep, no.
Why are they more intelligent?
Because we are confined to our little brain space, whereas they are the whole of their entity. They're on a spirit journey, which is developing better and better every lifetime come through. So they will come onto this human earth plane, and we're here with our little brains trying to get through life. But then when you go home to the other world as such, then you're free and you're bigger, you're liberated as such.
I'm doing a living vigil now, so I've sent myself up to the stairs. I'm about to go up there now. This is where things have been felt on this staircase, and noises were heard earlier, and it's where I used the SLS camera earlier and got some results. So I decided to come do a bit of a lone vigil on these stairs for a bit, just to see if there's something here. The first thing that always gets me when I come up these stairs is that dog's face. I look up and see that and think, but there is a memorial in there. I'm not going to show it because it's got a name on it, but there's a memorial stone in there, and it's a child. It's a boy. Now, I'm wondering if that boy ever visits his memorial stone, ever comes to these stairs. This staircase must have seen thousands of people. They're really worn. It's a stone staircase, a really worn stone staircase. So at the time this church has been here, it must have seen thousands of people. On the banister rail there are carved graffiti, if you like. I think it's 18, can't quite see it. See it? 1876, WT, WS. Is that William somebody? Who carved his name in 1876? Who knows, but it's very, very, very quiet. So this is where Helen saw what she thought was somebody praying. Here, just here. And I thought I saw a head pop around that wall there and disappear rapidly. I thought I saw that. So there's things happening on this balcony. We saw the skeleton on the SLS camera here, where I'm standing now. So I'm just going to stand here for a few minutes. And floorboards are very noisy. It's a very old building, so they are going to creak. The building is going to move. That oh, what on earth was that? Some funny knocking noises. I said another knock. I said 2 little knocks. But I can't be sure what they are, so I can just miss them. I thought I heard 2 knocks then. But the floor's that uneven, and there, again, it was there, again. That was on this banister, that was on here. What's that? Who was that? Is that somebody knocking on the banisters? Anyway, kind of concludes my investigation.
So the final thing to do tonight is to cleanse the place. It's good to cleanse the space around you. We use lots of different things for this. Tonight I'm using the singing bowl. So I just sort of hit a note on the bowl And as I play that note, it cuts through any negative energy in the church and completely cleanses it. And then Vanessa is going to be smudging.
Yeah, I'm just using sage this evening, which I will light. It's not lit right at the moment. So I'm going to light the sage. And again, the smoke from the sage, I will feather it. So it actually clings on to any negativity and it's then released back into the atmosphere. It's same purpose really. So it's just to release any negativity that's within the building. It's not really to cleanse the spirit away, it's just to release anything that we've brought in and we've changed the atmosphere of. So yeah, we'll do that now and make it feel beautiful, light and energised.
Right, so not a lot of action on the instruments really tonight. We had a bit on the SLS camera early on. Everything seemed to happen early on and then it seemed to quieten down as the night went on. But we had some action in the office with the SLS camera. John was touched, Helen was touched. So we have got some good things captured tonight on camera. So when we go through it all though, that's when you'll really see it. And hopefully we've captured some good anomalies.
So we had a good night here tonight at St John's Church, here in Hanley, Stoke on Trent. It's my first time with the group and I'm very impressed. It's a lovely place, it's a nice atmosphere. We got quite a lot of stuff, quite surprisingly. Me and Vanessa went upstairs, heard lots of creaks and footsteps, which was quite unnerving. I felt like I had my back touched in this office part, which was weird. But yeah, it was a really good night. We really enjoyed it. I can't wait for the next one.
What was really good tonight is when I was drawn over to a certain part, over towards the front of the church, was the feeling as though somebody was very close to me and all over my face there. So hopefully we were hoping they would come back later to me, but they didn't. But it was still great for them to come forward.
Well, it's been a great time, I think, today or this evening. Brilliant Ouija board action. Obviously somebody who felt the need to speak with me personally, which was quite nice and also quite eerie. Lovely pendulum action for early on in the evening, which I'm not quite sure if it was captured on camera, but I did have some nice contact with a child. And then later on, plenty of footsteps to be heard. So I hope that the camera has actually caught that, because there were so many noises at the end. There was definitely some footsteps heading towards where we were standing. Let's just hope that it's captured.
St John's Church, which is now the Six Towns Emporium, has been a really interesting investigation. We've had footsteps, we've had communication physically being touched, and the whole energy of the place has been one to remember. What's been more impressive is the things we've found on the footage afterwards, the audio, the voices that we've picked up, the strange anomalies. It's been quite amazing and very significant. We've really enjoyed our investigation here at Six Towns Emporium. Join us next time as we go into the shadows.